Nominate now.
Anybody I would like to particular? Amaka.
Amaka has been through 2 evictions, so I did not think that at that point in time, me making a random choice, I did not think that it would bear any consequence.
She mentioned that she likes being up there, going to test her strength and all.
Some of the Level Up housemates had their diary session yesterday, and 3 out of all of them caught my interest. I'm talking about Giddyfire, Eloswag, and Bryann. Now, these 3 people had maliciously and spitefully nominated Amaka for immediate eviction on Monday evening. Now, to be very frank with you all, I personally do not have any issues whatsoever, about their nominations, because as I will always say on this channel, at the end of the day, it's a game. People must be nominated. Housemates must use their nomination privileges, right, to nominate their fellow housemates. And people must go home, right, so that one person will emerge the winner at the end of the season. But where I had issues with these 3 persons' diary session was the blatant lies they were telling. Guys, I don't know how many of you watched their diary session, but it was filled with so much lies. It was filled with so much pretense, so much fake emotions. Guys, and please, this is not the part where anybody will come and tell me, oh, Glory, their emotions are valid. No way. No way. This is their aftermath reaction. Guys, it was really disgusting. It was disgusting to watch. And on this video, I'm going to go ahead and dissect their responses to Biggie's questions, because Biggie's questions revolved around Amaka and that eviction. Yeah, and the household's, what's it called now, their decision to nominate Amaka for eviction. So we're going to talk about it on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. So please ensure you watch to the end of this video. Do not skip any part so that you do not miss out on the very, very vital information of this video, okay? And if you're new on here, please do not forget, do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. That is one of the easiest and fastest ways for you to be able to receive a lot of my videos whenever I upload a new one. Now, before we get into the analysis of this video proper, this is the part where I get to officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. You are welcome back. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. The tea of this video is what I've interviewed you about. Now, without much further ado, let's quickly get into it. Beginning with Giddyfire. As usual, Biggie had started with his same old questions. So who did you nominate and why? He had mentioned the other person. I can't really remember who that person is now, but for Amaka, he said that Amaka had told him several times in their conversations that she loved being up for nominations so that she can test her strength. Now, to be fair, I can't really tell, if they actually had such a conversation. I can't really say if Giddyfire is saying the truth or not, right? Because the cameras does not show us particular housemate conversations 24/7. No, I mean, there are a lot of housemates in that house. So the camera crew, they try to navigate from this talking group to the other talking group, here and there. So we don't really get to see and hear everything 100%. It is what they show to us that we see, right? So when Giddyfire said what he said, guys, I almost went crazy, because whether it's the truth or not, everybody that's been watching this show from day 0 knows the exact reason Giddyfire had actually nominated Amaka. Guys, Giddyfire had been saying it ever since this whole square triangle thing happened, which of course is his fault. Guys, Giddyfire had been looking for a scapegoat, and for him, he was not ready to let go of Diana. He was not ready to let go of Rachel. So Amaka was the scapegoat. For him to play his game properly, for him to play that game between Rachel and Diana, one person had to go, and Amaka was that person. Amaka was that scapegoat. So that was why he had nominated Amaka. Another reason, in my frank opinion, is that Amaka had caught him by his games. Amaka was the only person initially that was completely clueless of his games, yes, and that was because they were not merged at that time. The 2 levels were not merged at that time. So Diana had been the first to know that, okay, this guy is actually playing a strategy. This guy is actually using us ladies, to enhance his game. That was why Diana had that fight with Rachel. If you all recall, that night, Giddyfire did not talk to even Rachel, not to even talk of Diana, but he had been kind of cool and friendly with Amaka. And the reason it had been so was because Amaka was completely clueless. She was completely ignorant of the reality of what was going on. Yes, she had heard talks here and there, had conversations with Diana from time to time, but she did not really know the nitty-gritty of that story, of that whole experience. She had not really had a first-hand experience of Giddyfire's betrayal, of Giddyfire's unfaithfulness. And so when Biggie had done the merger, Amaka had had a first-hand experience for herself, and hers was the worst, because this dude was literally sleeping in her bed. They had kissed, they had smooched, she was feeding him. She was literally babying this boy, mothering this boy. So it was really, really hectic for Amaka. It was really hectic. It was really exhausting for Amaka. And that made her feel insecure. That made her feel less of herself. That made her feel like she wasn't good enough. That was really exhausting for her to handle. It put her in the spotlight in the entire household. People began to see her as a relationship breaker or a home breaker, that kind of thing. In fact, Giddyfire's role in the whole, triangle, square root, whatever, as the orchestrator of the entire thing, it kind of added to most of the level 1 housemates disliking Amaka and, just having malice with her for no reason, guys, but for that particular reason. So when he was coming up with that flimsy excuse of, oh, blah, 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 she wants to be up, I'm like, who wants to be up for nomination for possible eviction when you don't really know the game for sure? So guys, it was a very, very disgusting lie that Giddyfire told, in my frank opinion.
What informed your decision, strategy, or emotions?
Nothing did. I just did it because that was how I felt. Like, basically.
This guy, of course, Big Brother had asked him the same question. Who did you nominate? Why? He talked about the other person. On talking about Amaka, this guy does not have any personal reason at all, guys. In his own words, he had gone ahead to nominate Amaka because he had heard of issues she was having with Giddyfire. He had heard of issues she was having with Chomzy and what's her name, Bella and Chich. As a matter of fact, he had nominated Amaka because he felt that she was having altercations with everybody. So it was based on what he thought, based on what he heard, based on what he felt. There was no strategic reasons at all attached to its reasons.
I didn't do it based on, I feel like that was how they were portraying the image they were portraying to me. That was just it. And the things I've heard and also seen them do.
So guys, I was just looking at this dude like this. I said, so Oga, you packed your bags, went for auditions. They granted you access to the show. You came to the show. You started inheriting enemies. And then it's time for nominations, where you're supposed to exercise your privilege, to enhance your game. It's not as if the people that you're even assisting to nominate this girl even know that you've actually done them a favor, but you just went there myopically, which, like, do you even have sense at all? Do you even have sense? You just went and, based on inherited beef, based on hearsay, based on, they said, I heard, you nominated Amaka. Oh, guys, see, if not for the fact that I always say that, at the end of the day, it's a game, I would have insulted this Eloswag there. But I'm just telling you how I felt whilst I was watching his diary session. I felt nothing other than disgust. I said, nah, this person, it's not possible that your brain is so limited to only those reasons. It's not possible. There are strategic reasons why you should nominate someone. But no, you just went into the diary room and wasted your votes based on inherited beef. Eloswags, receive sense. Now, Bryann's reasons for me, I can't even compare between his and Eloswag's reasons, which is the worst. I wanted to say that his is the worst, but I think I would say that his is the dumbest reasons. Yes, his is the most unsmart reason. And I say so because this guy came into the diary room and he started forming emotional.
So I felt very bad. I felt some type of way that,
Started forming remorse, started forming. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel teary-eyed. I feel like I'm getting in my feelings right now. I did not know that she was going to go home. That was the one that really annoyed me the most, when he made that statement that he did not know that Amaka would go. That for him, he just picked a random person. He did not know that in the grand scheme of things, that Amaka was going to be evicted. I said, bro, shut the hell up. Respectfully, no, disrespectfully. Shut the hell up with your scanty emotional intelligence. Shut the hell up. Like, seriously, guys, have you seen the work that Bryann, Daniela, and Modella put in last week just to ensure that they pit up the rest of the housemates, especially the level 1 housemates, against Amaka? Did you guys see the work? These 3 people were working harder than the devil. They were working so hard at every given opportunity where they caught themselves in conversations with most of the level 1 housemates in their room. It was Amaka's topic, Amaka's conversation. Oh, Amaka did this, Amaka did that. And guys, once again, I'm going to put this disclaimer out there that this is not me saying that Amaka is a saint. I'm just saying that if you do something only with your full or your tiny chest or your immature chest, whichever one it is, don't come to the diary room and then you start capping. That was exactly what Bryann was doing. Talking about, oh, I did not know that she was going to leave. I said, bro, you ganged up against this girl one full night. The next day, you continued the matter. You kept on talking about it. In fact, the entire week, you continued talking about it. And then, when Eloswag ganged up against her again, you know, the whole scandalous gossip, you brought up that conversation again. And now you're coming to come and say that you did not know. And of course, when you are gossiping about someone to another person, their reactions, their body language will tell you if they are convinced or not. It will tell you if they are buying your stories or not, especially with the level 1 housemates. Remember, they saw Bryann as the tour guide. Yeah, that's the perfect one. As a tour guide. Oh, they've never lived together with the level 2 housemates before. And so Bryann presented himself to be the cool kid on the block. Yeah. And so he made himself look like he was the one that was the ultimate possessor of emotional intelligence in his level, right? And so he started spreading tales about each and every one of his housemates. Even there was a point he started even talking about Phyna, yeah, but then he stopped and focused on Amaka, and now he's coming into the diary room to come and say, I did not know. And then he now started getting upset that, oh, he did not think a level 2 housemate would be evicted, that if he had known, he would have nominated a level 1 housemate instead, because level 1 housemate, they are still complete. I say, bro, moving on. You know what, guys? I'm exhausted. These housemates, they know how to drain my energy. Yeah, they know how to stress me out. So I'm just going to stop talking right here. All right, I'm going to stop talking, but I would love to know what you all think about these reasons I consider as flimsy, yeah, and pretentious and lies. Yes, all of these reasons that these housemates have given as to the reason why they nominated Amaka for immediate eviction on Monday night. Just go ahead and share with me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Giddyfia Eloswag. Have an amazing day. Bye.